Okay, so this is my Malibu Mini X fishing kayak. The reason I've chose this particular model is because it's very portable. It's a short kayak, which isn't ideal for the sea because it's not great tracking, but it's very stable. It's very wide, very stable in the water. It's got some good features on it. Can't get them in England anymore. You can't buy these new anymore in England, but you can get them. You can pick them up for about £200 or £300. Some of the features I've got on it is I've got a crate which is just like a supermarket crate. Actually, it's a crate one of those collapsible crates you can buy in any DIY store, and that fits perfectly in the rear well there. And I've made a lid for it from a supermarket basket, which I found in an old skip. But the nice and firm bit of plastic, and I've just adapted it so that it's makes a good lid. And if I do capsize, then I don't lose all my gear. And I've just attached that with some plastic tabs at the back here. So that opens up, and inside I keep my anchor trolley. Oops. So there's my anchor. Sorry, anchor, not anchor trolley. And I've also got a cool box, which is I keep my bait and some of my catches in that. In this bag I've got my drogue, which is a homemade drogue, which I made from an umbrella. and taken the frame out, just attached some tabs to it and some cord, and it works very well. It's very good. I just put a hook on the end, and so that's the drogue. Got my waterproof mobile phone carrier. I've got a couple of waterproof boxes. One I keep my some tackle, which I don't always need, but it's in there in case I do. Extra tackle in there, and a waterproof box for things like keys, mobile phone, that type of thing. Anything I want to keep I really want to keep dry while I'm out on the water. On the back of my crate, I keep my trolley, kayak trolley, which I made from a golf trolley. It works very well. It's nice and lightweight. It's aluminium. I just cut the golf trolley up and spliced it back together in a different configuration, as you can see. And what's quite good about it is that you can unlock it and it slides, so you can have it adapt to different kayaks. And I can lock it onto the back of my crate. So if I put it in here, and then lock it on like this. That holds nice and firmly. I've got a GoPro camera mount here, which I've made, which is basically just a bit of plumber's tubing covered with some heat shrink, and then on the top there's a GoPro adapter with a bolt I've put in the end there, and it's got a thread in here which threads on, so you can then attach your GoPro to that, and that just sits in a little tube there. Got my nice padded seat, and in the back of that there's a extra pocket, which is a zip pocket to keep my lunch in normally. but it also has two handy rod holders, one here and one on the other side here. There. And I keep my priest inside one of those rod holders, which is a good place to have it to hand. It's just a wooden piece of doweling, and I've put I use it as a fish measure as well. That's mackerel, whiting, flounder plaice, pollock and cod. And then I've got that tethered to the boat with a homemade tether. So I keep that in there, and that rod holder. Crate is held to the boat with a couple of hooks, one on either side. This hook's over there, and a bit of bungee that goes over the back. Keeps it nice and firm in case I do capsize. So my anchor trolley, I've mounted it so it's a few inches above waterline. I've got a steel pulley here at the rear, and so that pulls forwards and backwards nice and freely, and I can cleat it off on this cleat here, and that holds nice and firmly. Because it's a short kayak, I don't need to really have any kind of extra guides in the middle. It seems to work perfectly well without. I've just put that there just to help it along a bit. Put a bit of bungee in front just so there's a bit more flexibility. Nice big central hatch, and in there I'll keep a box with all my tackle in. So I've got my plugs in there. I've got a few rigs, some soft lures, Dexter wedges, leads, extra bits of tackle on these, bags, everything I usually need tackle wise, and that stays in there. A nice big hatch. I use this, which is just a domestic sort of waterproof container, which I put a bit of rubber around. I've taped a bit of rubber around that so it fits nicely in the bottle holder. So again, that won't fall out if I capsize. But in there I keep a few plugs, so it's just easy if I need to change lures quickly. I can just throw them in there and without having to open the central hatch. Got my ram rod holder here. In front of that I've got my Lawrence fish finder, which is a basic Lawrence X4, black and white. It's a basic model, but it's perfect for my requirements. Got it mounted on the deck. Didn't really want to mount the transducer inside the hull, so what I've done is mounted it on the side here. So again, it's just a piece of PVC piping. I put another piece of piping diagonally through that. There is another. I'll put a camera mount there in case I need it, but I don't really tend to use that one. And then at the bottom of this bit of tubing I've just screwed in my transducer, and that just pushes in there and holds nice and firmly. I keep the battery box in the front hatch, and so if I open that, I've just filed a groove into the hatch here, so that sits snugly in there. You can see that, and that just closes without pinching. And so a battery box, again just like a kitchen resealable container, and then inside that is the battery, and I've attached a fuse in there just in case so I don't blow the unit up, and I've also put in an isolation switch, which is quite useful. On the other side, I bought one of these flexible camera mounts, which again I bought from a well-known auction site. I think they're about £7. Absolutely brilliant. They're really flexible, very tough. It's got a GoPro mount on the top, and all I've done is just again use one of these nice little adapters you can buy easily online. Just got a thread there, a little bolt there, that screws on there, nice and easy, and that goes onto there, and then there's your camera mount. And again, that's just attached to a bit of plastic tubing, bit of rubber around there, and that pushes firmly into there, nice and tight, won't come out of the capsize. I think that's about it really. So thanks for watching.